What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. News that broke, that hit us hard this past week, was something that I did not see coming. And that's Cody and BRANDI RHODES leaving AEW for Cody to come back to WWE.
Are you sure he's coming to WWE?
Yeah.
I believe
he's not going to go anywhere else to solve racism, so yeah.
What'd you say, Paul?
He's not going anywhere else to solve racism, so yeah.
Oh, he's not going to Impact.
What better place to
I feel
solve
like
racism?
he don't have to end racism now. That's the point. It's a lot more.
What better place to end racism than in WWE?
Bruh.
He said, I will not rest.
Shut up.
So, it's shocking because honestly, when Prime sent me, I said, no, I don't believe you. I need an article. That's the first thing I told him. And he sent me the article that Tony Khan put out that this is really happening.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been hearing rumblings about it for a while because since December, he hasn't been on contract. He's been like on a handshake basis.
He has been on a handshake basis, but I was
so like just real fast. I'm gonna just put it into perspective. If Cody Rhodes was I don't want to say a trash person, but if he wanted to stir up controversy, he could have signed with WWE in December and still like been on the handshake basis, quote unquote. Like he could have still signed and did that if he wanted to. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like
because he wasn't on the contract. But,
Cody could slid there talking about some maybe the pre-order bonus with 2K22. Watch your head.
He could have. He could have, but you know
that would have been some groundbreaking stuff. But no, but it threw me off because this day was coming, not for Cody, but we were going to start seeing AEW trying to go jump ship to WWE. It was going to happen. But not the person that helped build the company from the ground up.
And was out here trashing them at every opportunity.
Yeah, especially Triple H. He had that shovel in that throne every chance he got.
Exactly.
Well, he probably watched them personally dismantle NXT and was like, it's safe to go back. They don't care about Triple H.
I mean, maybe so, but it just like straight through me. Now everybody released statements. BRANDI released a statement. Tony Khan released a statement. Cody released a statement. Did anybody have the Cody one pulled up?
I sent it to you.
Oh, you did?
Oh, I
don't.
Have but
it
I will
if you want. But
I don't got the statement pulled up. But I will say I think we heard for a long time that his relationship with the Bucks and Kenny was just unsavable, and I think that's what it was that pushed him over the edge.
That makes a lot of sense considering the statement that Kenny Omega put out.
Now, we are throwing a lot of statements out there.
Listen, that's what I'm not saying we're gonna read it. I mean, we're gonna get there yet, but I'm saying I could understand if that's the reason why. If we go by what Kenny Omega, because it was kind of like coded, but not. No pun intended, but not. So you can go ahead and read Cody Scott Heron's.
Well, okay. Well, I'm gonna read part of it because it's a lot.
Well, you better start at the top.
He says, I have loved my time in AEW. Amazing locker room, amazing fans, amazing people. The revolution was indeed televised. I've been incredibly lucky to be a part of that. First, I want to thank Tony Khan. He's taken the baton and run with it. And it was an honor to work for him and to know him on a personal level. He's a beautiful soul. And they obviously think his incredible wife and the mother of his baby girl, BRANDI.
He just got to fit his girl in there somewhere.
Got to, bro.
Exactly. You know, it's like since 1961.
Shut up.
I ain't gonna put it up. So, but yeah, so he does a lot of that. He's out. Going out to the last line. I'm so proud of my creation and contributions and the items I gotta zoom into this.
You want me to read
I supported and collaborated on with such wonderful professionals. What happened?
No, I was saying, take your time now.
Oh, take your time. Okay, Pastor. No problem. Thank you, fans. Y'all did the work. Let's live forever. So, it's a whole soliloquy of what Cody wrote. And, I'm not going to read
and
the whole
then
thing.
from the back, you heard Tony Khan say, "You suck. Watch Rampage." But you heard Tony Khan say from the back.
Yeah. Then Tony Khan put out a statement also. Says Cody and Brandi Rhodes were inaugural to the launch of All Elite Wrestling. Cody's ability to combine his boldness and passion for our industry and his love for the community outreach helped AEW deliver on our mission to give fans what they needed for far too long, something new, innovative, and lasting. Brandi helped us shape the AEW story, and I appreciate how hard she fought for us both in the ring and out of the ring, competing in the women's division while advancing our efforts in conclusion and civil causes, including great partnerships with Cultural City and American Heart Association. I have immense respect and appreciation for Cody and Brandi, and I wish them both the best as they move on from AEW. Thank you, Cody and Brandi. So,
you know what that means.
What that mean?
Rose to the Top season 2 on USA Network.
Stop. So
they not finna do that. Whoever got the most ribs between them and the Miz is who good to keep their show.
Yeah, or Miz keep it.
They just can add another. You know, Carmella and Corey Graves got a reality show.
Yeah, but it's on YouTube though.
But it's
still a show.
It's still a show.
Oh God, why is this?
And I don't know if y'all seen the trailer. The trailer basically says we will sleep together. That's basically the whole trailer.
Yeah, because he talks about we probably gonna be nudity. But anyway, look, we will get past this. So it looks like when they was talking, it seemed like everything was like it's a mutual respect type thing. But I think it had to be deeper than this because Cody, in the stirrings and everything, is going back to WWE. When is he coming? Because Vince got some plans for him, WrestleMania, and so forth and so forth. But
now,
go ahead.
Prior to the pay-per-view, I thought Lashley was going to win and he was going to fight Lashley for the belt at Mania because what bigger way to come in and to not fight Lashley? Like since Brock and them got the belt now, what is Cody going to do that's big enough for him to switch over?
Honestly, to be honest with you, go against Orton.
Why Orton?
The history him and Orton got, legacy.
Yeah, but they already squashed the history. He already got beat up, so he's gonna come back and restart.
Seems like the guy that every time a legend comes back, he like I'll do the first match with him.
I don't want to see a Cody and Orton.
I don't want to see Cody and Orton either. I don't know if I want to see Cody in WWE. Be honest with you.
I mean, well, I don't. True, but I'm saying if making him come over from AEW where he has full control to working with Vince again, bring him with Orton is not what I'm doing. I'm just being honest.
I mean, I agree with you.
There has to be something. It has to be something substantial for Cody to agree.
It has to. I'm curious to see what that is because just the mere thought of him leaving AEW, like this is a company that he helped build.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Kenny, and the Young Bucks that he helped build. He was on Talking Jericho, 2018, and he was and Jericho asked the same question he asked every WWE guy: do you see some come back WWE? And he said, I have no problem with WWE. If he's placing his heart, they raising. But my music is my music, and I play it how I want. I am literally incapable of taking direction because of the position of power that he has now. But we've seen that a lot of that power has been stripped away from Cody and the Young Bucks and Kenny over time.
Stripped away.
Yeah. And we know that Cody was trying to take, dabble his hand to some booking. And I think I've been hearing a lot about that. Remember that, what was it, that Elite versus Dark Order segment on Dynamite? Like that brawl that everybody hated? That they panned on TV and Jericho called the drizzling shits?
Mm-mm.
I can't remember which one it was, but I heard Cody was in charge of that. And Tony Khan's reactionary when somebody don't like something on AEW on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean, because he's out there reading the stuff and getting the feedback from the fans. And I think with him taking that kind of power, I think that is what made Cody probably go and look the other way. But I'm just so speechless to think that WWE was that way to look, because it has to be something very personal between him and Tony Khan, or it had to be a thing where he probably felt hurt, like a lot of WWE guys do. Whether we like it or not, whether we like how it's booked or whatever the case may be, WWE is the biggest wrestling organization in the world. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is.
No, it is. I agree with you, but like I said to you before when we was talking about this, somebody said the rumor, quote unquote, was that him and Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks had a different vision for the company. They were looking more for the New Japan in America, and Cody was looking for WWE Light. That was the rumor. Now, we won't know that for sure unless one of them comes out and says that, but I could definitely see that they wanted it to be run a different way from what he was looking for. And then once Tony Khan took everybody's actual titles, then that probably was the nail in the coffin. Because at this point he probably feels like, I'm not, maybe he felt disrespected, maybe he felt like his input wasn't being taken seriously. I don't know, but I could definitely see that being true. Now alluding to, especially after the statement that Kenny Omega put out, that was pretty much just like, I mean, am I sad to see him go? Not really. Wish him the best. We didn't really want what he wanted. That was pretty much the gist of the statement. He put out 8 paragraphs. Yeah. Well, he didn't put out. He said a bunch of stuff that equated to 8 paragraphs worth of stuff. And I'm just like, okay, it really does sound like creative differences, basically. And so he just decided to leave. And he was just like, oh well. Yeah. That's the vibe that statement that Kenny Omega gave me. Because ain't nobody reading that whole thing. Find it yourself.
Gotta make sure you find it.
It's pretty long.
Now, also the thing is that I don't think WWE wants Brandi. Brandi's not coming with Cody.
Heck no. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me not say
no, but you right. Heck no.
The only purpose she would honestly serve, she would end up
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all, man. I don't care. I'm a freshman.
Okay.
She is a less annoying Alicia Fox.
Are you sure she's less annoying?
Alicia Fox, I can listen to Brandi talk. Alicia Fox voice is like nails on the chalkboard.
I can't deal with Alicia Fox talking. I'm sorry.
Honestly, okay, I get what y'all saying, because I'm like,
and I hate doing my sisters like this, man.
That's why I was just like,
look. I feel y'all, but I'm saying because there have been lots of people saying that people did not like Brandi Rhodes backstage, and Nyla Rose and Red Velvet came out to defend and Vicky Guerrero came out and defended for Brandi. But I mean, this is the wrestling business. So if there's something wrong with you, or you rub somebody the wrong way, they will tarnish your name if you're going to the rival company, whatever the case may be. That's just the bullshit politics that comes with professional wrestling. It's been like that forever. Did I like some of the things that Brandi was doing? Like the whole her and Dan Lambert thing, I could do without. I'm glad that's gonna be over. I'm glad I could do it. I mean, I liked one promo from her and Jay Gargano. That's the only one I liked from her. But she wasn't a great wrestler.
No,
I'm saying
that's why I said heck no. Because honestly, what's the point of bringing her in and giving her a whole?
I mean, she could do the job that she did what she had there last time. Do what Caleb Braxton is doing.
I don't know if she will want to take, because that is like a demotion.
It is not like it is.
So
she could just do what Lana used to do.
Or it'd be a manager like to Cody.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say like that's the only capacity they probably would want her back in. She would end up being like Maurice, where it's like okay,
or put her at the announce table.
Oh God,
no.
Okay.
But
that's why I had a question mark.
Yeah, no, but it just puzzles me that Cody got this. Like, I look, I'm speaking from. I know having kids, me being a father myself, it changes you.
Mm-hmm.
It puts things in perspective. And if WWE is offering me millions of dollars because they have it,
they have the money to give.
And if somebody who helped build the competition is coming over here, he's going to get paid handsomely.
Mm-hmm.
And you could probably put this perspective like, Tony Khan is not matching that because Tony Khan, because there has to be some kind of feeling, some kind of way that Tony Khan, he got the money.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Tony Khan views Cody in that light.
I don't even know if it's that, though. I think now he might be pulling back because...
You don't think out of all the WWE guys Tony Khan has brought over here, and he ain't done yet.
They're not renewing everybody's contracts, though, because they're trying to save... I think that they're... At this point,
they not renewing contracts because they keep getting these top-tier WWE guys and not focusing on their own people. Now they got to pay extra rent because Daniel Bryan about to steal the show. And I told y'all should have just let Jungle Boy do his thing or something. I don't know, man. They got cocky booking all these big name people because they wasn't booking lower tier guys who left like Matt Cardona or whatever. They getting Keith Lee and Jericho and these guys. It's like, bro, y'all not gonna be able to afford all these people if y'all keep playing like this. And now here we are, can't even renew a contract.
Well, here's the thing, though. It ain't that I want to say this. It ain't that Tony Khan cannot renew a contract. It's that I don't think he looks at Cody as that. Look at Cody.
He probably doesn't look at him as
look
that.
At somebody like if I'm going to bring in a Keith Lee, or if I'm going to bring in a Bryan Danielson, or if I'm going to bring in a CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, those guys I just mentioned. They're not. I mean, Cody's not with them. He's not on that level. Cody may look at himself on that level or a top tier, and there are people out there who's listening who feel that Cody is on that level. But
now,
Tony Khan,
I agree with you, but you can say that for like 90% of the roster.
But they weren't in executive positions.
Also, because the money Cody. To have that kind of power, to be able to stuff, to be in that environment, be in that background, the money he's probably asking for from Tony Khan probably looked at that and said, you know what? I don't think you're worth that much. They booked themselves into the corner having not challenged for the championship. We never got a chance to see the Cody heel turn and to see what Cody really could do with all the other new influx of talent that is coming in. And he probably looked at them and said, it probably made a counter offer or probably didn't make another offer at all and said, look, I don't think you're worth that much. Well, who else is going to come running other than Vince McMahon and say, oh, okay. And then, first of all, it also looks like a thing where the same thing that Drew McIntyre went through and the same thing a lot of other guys went through is when they came to WWE, they had a shit gimmick or they just didn't do well, got fired, went and reinvent themselves, and they came back, and now they can negotiate their contract more.
I don't know if that's necessarily the case here with him. I don't think that's the case here with him. It's a bit different because whether they're going to admit it or not, they are clearly shuffling around things and doing things to directly take a hit at AEW. You don't necessarily bring over the person who was one of the people responsible for this competition and just he went out and reinvented himself. I don't know if that, and I don't know, did Cody Rhodes really go out and reinvent himself enough on the level to come back like a Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Okay.
Cody, what Matt Cardona is doing now, Cody did that, was it, almost 10 years ago. And he did it, and then he did stuff with the Bucks, and some, in Indies and Ring of Honor and all that kind of stuff like that, and became their whole American Nightmare. Cody turned himself into a main eventer.
And I can see that, but I don't know if. Do you really think that he'll come back to WWE?
Yes.
As that.
Sorry, go ahead.
As a main eventer in WWE.
Like I said, I don't know.
It's not that I don't think that he's good. I just don't know if they will be like, yeah, throw him in the main event picture when he comes back to WWE.
I mean, to be honest with you, they're gonna.
I think.
What you say, Q?
I think they might. I think they might. I mean, you got to off because I don't know what AEW was offering him to stay, but if what I heard, just off what I heard, if what I heard is what they offered him to stay and he turned that down, WWE, I'm not saying put me in the Brock Roman match, but damn it, y'all gonna put me in a good light. You know what I mean? So
No, you gotta go ahead.
Oh yeah. So, but now, I'm not going to lie, though. I don't think Bobby's going to be back for the MSG show, and I think that might be the match, him versus Brock. It doesn't make sense, though, so I'm not fully on board with that's my own idea, too, and I'm not fully on board with that. I don't know, but for him to turn down what I heard he turned down, WWE had to have offered him damn near everything, I guess. I don't know.
Well, Bobby will be out for months, so he's not coming back for sure.
Yeah, we'll talk about Bobby later, but yeah, it's going to be a thing where it's like, okay, it had to be something big and it had to be something personal. Think of all the stuff that Cody's doing behind AEW. They just talk about the wrestling, the Go Big show. Yeah. Like, are they going to play? Because honestly, I liked it when Cody, Snoop, Rosario, and the other girl, I like that lineup. And of course, Bert. It's just so happened by the grace of God that T-Pain fits in, to take Snoop Dogg away. Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to see another wrestler take Cody's spot. Because I kind of like the dynamic that Cody brings. That Cody got this new family that he is working with and he's on the road with. Now you go to WWE, you go to that schedule, you're going to be away from them.
Especially if they don't want to bring Brandy along. So she going to be in the house with the baby. And you're going to be on the road.
So that brings in, another dynamic. But to still want that, it has to be a big payday, and it has to be some crazy plans that they have for Cody Rhodes.
Or maybe just a lesser schedule, too.
Would you say, Prime?
Maybe just a lesser schedule as well. He could just only work Mondays or only work Fridays.
Yeah. It has to be something in that dynamic to look at AEW and say, this is what I'm going to give up to go back to the company that I have already on air berated.
Exactly. And apparently, and to make matters worse, when Kenny came out and said what he said, he made it sound like it was 100% on Cody to go out there and make it the tear down WWE show. Yeah. So when you get there, you got to deal with that. So, but
it's always the thing. Look, the reason why I say that it also could be a thing because it could be a thing where look, Daddy Vince, look what I have done. Yeah. Because they just kept throwing that Stardust thing at him. He said, I've exhausted this. I don't want to do Stardust anymore. And they said, well, you still gonna be Stardust. And he was like, no, fuck it. And I won't go and do my own thing. And I can show you that I can be a bigger star. And he's out there. He's been a bigger star. And now he comes back. And it's kind of like, let me be able to negotiate my thing. Man. Because Brock did the same thing. Brock's bigger now than Brock was when Brock left. Mm-hmm. And then everybody's like, well, Brock got all this power. Yeah, Brock got all this power. The same power that Dwayne Johnson got because he made himself a bigger star. Y'all need me. I don't need y'all.
Yeah.
So this big legit UFC fighter come back in WWE, yeah, I can throw the belt at him and say "fuck you" and get away with it, because you know why? I'm the bigger star here. You need me. I don't need you.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys go leave WWE to try to become a bigger star so they can
have some leverage when they come back. Have some
leverage when they come back and be like, look, I'm the bigger star. And right now, Cody comes to a place where you gave up 80 wrestlers from your roster. And you keep doing this Roman Brock shit, and then y'all got all these celebrities and old legends trying to come back from WrestleMania. You need me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what the negotiation type is going to be or not, and it's still puzzling to me. Like I said, I really think he's going to be back for WrestleMania, whether it be for a segment, whether it be for a match. I don't know, whatever the case may be, but I think he's definitely going to come back, and it still shocks me that this even happened in the first place. Out of all the AEW members and people that I've seen leaving, Cody was not on that list at all. At least not at this time. Like, maybe if he wanted to go back just to retire, to go be put in the Hall of Fame with his dad and stuff like that, maybe. But out of everything he's brought to this company, everything and all that kind of stuff like that, I feel bad for Dustin, who he brought over there, and now he left him over there.
Yeah, he said he ain't going back.
Exactly. I mean, but I don't blame him too. And it's just like, and Tony Khan probably looks at it like, well, look, because like I said, he's not done. There's no way in my mind Jeff Hardy's not coming over to AEW. He wait for that contract to be over. There's no way Jeff Hardy's not coming over. There's no way Ember Moon's not coming over. There's no way a couple people just not going to be over.
Well, Ember, I don't know about. We'll have to see.
Honestly, look, no disrespect, because y'all know I love her. If I had a choice to pick Ember Moon or Ruby Soho, which one am I picking?
I mean, you would pick Ember, but I'm saying I don't know.
I love Ember. Ruby Soho, but I'm just saying. But right now, she's come over there and she kind of unhappy because she's not where she thought she was going to be at. I'm like, you ain't never moved, sis.
I think Ember is happy in I forgot where she was at, but she was happy like doing indie stuff, actual indie stuff, but not like for a company.
Okay. So, final thoughts.
Adrenaline in my soul. Something Cody Rhodes.
I like that. I'm gonna go with that.
All right.
Also, did y'all see the tweet WWE posted?
No, what did they tweet?
Before Raw, there was like, adrenaline is in the air. I was like, really? What? Adrenaline?
Didn't Miz say dashing tonight?
Miz said dashing. I'm like, oh my God.
Y'all is egging this on.
And then, he should have said, my opponent, he knows he's not just smoking mirrors.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, my partner is not just smoking mirrors.
That right there what got me scared right there. I'm just like, no, don't come back and work with
me.
I'm sorry.
If he had mentioned, if he even hinted at the word elite, it would have went left.
Yep. Well, we're gonna see where Cody ends up, man, because this right here is just caught us all off guard.
It was not on my bingo card.
It wasn't.